Our adventurers traversed through the woods of the realm of Nemesis, a wooded land and on a series of massive cogs. Led by Sentry, he brought our adventurers through the Modron scouts into a hideout of the rebellion, a group of escapees of the Doomsguard camps. There they met Jamal and Endeavor, two leaders of this ragtag group, and asked our heroes for help. Our adventurers free these prisoners, defeat Zariel's army, or end up at a Doomsguard camping trip. Only time will tell. So where we last left our group down in the bottom of the cogs in a rebellion camp, they were resting for the night. Everybody's winding down. Jamal and Endeavor. Jamal is this tall black man, curly hair. He has this bone staff the size of a full-grown man. He has this fur cloak with the head of a lion as the hood. And he has these jewelry necklaces of different animals that he has killed. And Endeavor looks like to be in her mid-40s, brown hair with a tight braid, and has these daggers of an intricate belt with all these daggers on it. And she is a half-elf. And they are kind of hovering near you guys, seeing if you need anything before your long rest of the night. For the night, is there anything you guys want to do in this underground resistance group?
Not really.
Covered most of stuff last time, right?
Yeah, I think we're good. We learned some more, so I think.
What is our
is just we
were currently planning on going through the maze, if I recall correctly, in order to get to the place, but our Modron that we had was smashed by Sentry.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisy. Trying to understand. So yeah, we're just prepping for that, and then we know we're going to help clear out a camp of something. Not Doomguard.
Yeah, we're going to go fight the that
what were their names?
Doomguard captain and the Super Modron.
Yeah.
Because they're guarding the portal.
Septom and Blue Streak, I think.
Yeah.
And they're guarding the portal that we need to go to continue. Or
exactly.
you guys need to go. Sentry doesn't need to do that. He's just coming along for the ride.
But there's a little downtime here. If you guys want to get anything done before you have your long rest, let me know.
I believe Sentry won't be doing anything. I believe he will just be quietly going into a resting state until he is called upon.
Y'all notice Twig kind of adjusting his armor, and he kind of takes out the metal platings of it, and it ends up just being this old mossy robe almost, with some pauldrons still on it. But and he's looking a little less strong and confident than he was, and more dexterous and wise.
Gotcha.
But otherwise, yeah. Twig's ready for.
Why don't you roll me a perception, Twig?
This will be the first time that I don't have a +1 to a perception roll. Booyah, 12. It pays off.
Okay. You are resting a little bit, and you feel your backpack or your satchel kind of move a little bit.
I'll kind of try to ignore it, and then whenever nobody's looking, I'll just real quickly peek inside.
And you see this pine cone start to scurry out and run right up your arm and rest on your shoulder.
Hey there, little guy.
It's kind of a lot of clicking noises to it, but it's... why don't you give me an insight check?
All right. Yeah, I picked that guy up when we were walking around. Oh, there we go. Not 1 for a 9.
Okay. Yeah, it's very hard for you to read what is going on with this construct. Kind of resting on your shoulder.
I'll just go over to Sentry. Hey, do you speak pinecone?
Vroom. And then you hear a whirring of gears inside. And
sorry, were you sleeping? I couldn't really tell.
Explanation. Simply resting. Sleep is not quite an apt word for it. Sentry will look down at this pinecone Modron. Does Sentry speak the pinecone?
Sentry speak pinecone.
Let's see. Why don't you go with intelligence?
Oh, sure.
I know we had determined they were some sort of not binary, but we called it trinary language there.
Yeah.
Speak trinary. I don't know if I speak pinecone.
Yeah.
No, you've been in this area before, and you're very familiar with these pine cones, but you've never really studied it long enough to understand if it had a language or not.
Apology. I do not understand what this pinecone is saying, nor do I speak its language.
Okay, well, that's cool. I'm just gonna keep him then. Good night. And then Twig will just take his new pinecone friend and go to sleep.
And Kurgan, what do you want to do?
Do I see any of this at all?
Give me a perception.
That is a total of 12.
You see that Twig got up and was talking to Sentry, but you did not see the pine cone on his shoulder.
Okay, alright. Well, I think I'm just gonna keep an eye out for all the strange organic / metallic creatures that are just here, that are just freaking me out because they're not normal. They shouldn't exist. What are they? And if any of them try and get close to me, I'm just gonna like sort of back away and like just almost make it clear to these things that I do not want to interact with them just because how much they freak me out by purely existing.
Okay. And as all of you are kind of setting up for your long rest, you are in a room where nature is kind of intertwines with metal, and there's these plants and flora that kind of grow a little bit like the moss underneath, but it's also surrounded by gears that these rebels have intentionally misaligned and made a little bit more chaotic. You sit back and relax. There's also these makeshift barricades of all these different salvaged materials all around. And as the camera kind of pans up and rises out from where you're at, up above to the top of the gears, we have two new adventurers, a Cassandra, and we have Farah. Okay.
Vera.
What would our two new adventurers be doing?
Before you, there is what appears to be an elvish woman with long scarlet hair and very fine clothing, catching her breath, a hand over her chest as she's peering around the corner to make sure that whatever was chasing them just previously has finally lost them.
You can, roll me a perception.
That would be a 13 altogether.
Okay. So the way that light works in day and night here in Mechanus is that the gears themselves have this glow to them when it's daytime, and when they rotate further enough, it turns dark. So it's really dark. There's no night sky, there's no moon, and as you're looking around, it's eerily quiet. You have that sinking suspicion that something might be out there, but it is awfully quiet.
Kind of very slowly shuffle back over to Wolfira, and I whisper, Do you see anything?
Yeah, I will give it a shot. Let's see.
Yep, roll me a perception. Oh, 19. So,
Hot diggity damn.
yeah, so are you going out further out and scouting around, or are you just peering around where you're at?
Oh, that's a good point. I would probably step out a bit, kind of scout more.
Yeah, why don't you roll me
Get a better idea.
a stealth with that, because that's a great perception roll. Ooh, look at you! Man, those are some good pluses, though. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you slink into the shadows, and as you are making your way around these metal trees, you look around and it's quiet and you see nothing. There is a slight stream that you're hearing off in the distance, moving water. You can't see it where you're around now. Every once in a while you hear something fall from the treetops and land on the ground, but that's it.
Not monsters. Cool. So I will slink my way back, and I'll let you know. No, seems like we're good, at least for now. Should probably keep moving.
Yes. Let's keep going. Perhaps maybe we'll find someone friendly soon, hopefully.
So you guys are wanting to get up from your camp, or do you want to rest for the day? It's been a long day of walking.
Wait, so are they at a different camp here? That's what I'm
Yes.
confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're above you guys. You're
I
below inside the cogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we can probably stay. I think, where exactly are we camped at? I guess
You
that's a good
are
question.
camped in a little outcrop of these gears that make almost like a hill. There's gears on top of the gears, and there's moss covering them. And there's also these flowers that are small little metal flowers. And as you get closer to them and you might vibrate the ground, the petals shrink on each other and they close up. You kind of started resting with your backs against what would be like a rock made out of gears.
I guess I would try, if possible, just to essentially cast alarm. So I would try and, make a barrier around us. I guess, what is it, 20-foot cube?
Yeah. Okay.
Just in case we're not actually as safe as I think we are.
Awesome. Yeah. So you definitely do that, and you guys kind of rest a little bit and are able to kind of close your eyes, maybe, if you want to sleep. You guys want to take turns?
Yeah, shifts.
Yeah, I can go first. That's okay.
Get yourself comfy and...
Yeah, toss my backpack on the floor, a little pillow.
You guys make it through the night pretty much without any incident, and it's morning time. The cogs of the rock you're around turn, and slowly a little sliver of this warm glow appears. The daylight is beginning to appear, and as it does, these flowers all around you begin to open up, and these metal, different colored cogs inside start spinning and whirling.
She's going to be curious about them, and she'll kind of take a very quick glance around before she'll try to pick one of the flowers, essentially.
Okay, so give me what are you looking for?
Just if anyone's out in the open,
Perception.
very obviously.
Yep,
Yeah.
give me perception.
I see nothing. I rolled a 5.
Me too. Pretty much quiet. Didn't see anything.
Yeah, I'm going to try and pick the flower.
Okay, you pick the flower, and it comes right out of the ground pretty easily. And as you do, the petal kind of slumps over very limply and then starts to disintegrate in your hands onto the ground. And then right where you picked it, another flower pops right out of the ground, perfect height. And everything around you is this perfect level. Nothing is out of place. Even when you make a step in the ground or you roll on the grass boom, pops right back, perfect height.
When it disintegrates, she's probably going to be a little bit sad, and when it pops out of the ground, she's going to get frightened, but she's going to kind of essentially see if she could push things over, see exactly how this whole area around her is working.
Okay. You can roll me a nature. Wolf, what do you want to do?
I will probably, while she's doing that, I would probably, I don't know where we're exactly headed to, but whatever direction we're headed, I would probably try and scout out, either like climb a tree or something and see what's ahead in that direction, just make sure we're clear to go.
Okay, you can roll me, I guess you can be a stealthy doing it. Do me a stealth and a perception. And with that nature, you're very perplexed. You're very stealthy.
I turn around, they're gone.
Yeah, gone. You see a pathway, and it's leading in 2 directions. One direction is leading towards a more wooded area, forest line, and the other area is leading towards a clearing where these meadows are around.
Some lovely, lovely meadows. I'm sure nothing bad is lying in waiting there.
No, nothing at all.
Historically,
Yeah, but in the forest it could be worse. So how's it going with your plant, guy?
Very perplexed by this place. I've never really been to an area that it seems that the metal is alive. I'm very curious about it. Are you not?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of just perplexed at the same time, but I feel like I'm just kind of become used to it. Like I'm not necessarily worried about anything that's going on, really. We're here to do a mission.
We're here to find something, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Well, the best way to find it, or even get information, is to find people. We should find the nearest friendly settlement that isn't going to chase and attack us and ask questions.
Yeah, that sounds ideal.
Information. Did you see anything up there?
So we can either trek through a forested area, which may give us some cover, and there's also a meadow, which is less cover, but I also feel like the forest, we could run into more things, if you will.
I don't particularly want to experience that again, but meadows.
Okay. So we will trek through the meadows.
And as our adventurers pack up their gear and
Pull a little
start
parasol and start walking.
and start heading towards the meadow, we're gonna go back to our group down below, and it is morning time. You see there's a lot of activity. The people are starting to get their weapons ready. There is some sounds of a forge and iron being forged. There are people eating quietly at the mess hall. Jamal comes up to you, all of you, and he's like, "We're going to be heading out soon. Are you guys need anything before we go?"
Well, under normal circumstances, I'd like to take a look at that forge, but I believe we are pressed for time. So, I guess we'll be on our way to heading towards this Blue Streak and... God, the other name escapes me right now.
Answer, it is a septum, not septum, what the hell? Something. No, septum, yes, symptom.
Yeah.
Septum.
Yeah.
I am...
Yeah, septum.
Apology, my circuit's glitched.
Yeah, Jamal
It
like
happens.
puts his hand on your shoulder. Sentry, it is. Yeah, it's Blue Streak and Welker Vartus. He's the Doom Guard. Doom Lord.
Yeah.
They both run the camp that we escaped from. And they're also guarding the portal out of here. So, if you don't mind, can you guys join us? Any kind of walks towards what would be so there's this hidden sanctuary where they have this table and there's actually a bookshelf, bunch of salvaged parts that looks like, but it seems to be where they strategize. There's maps out. What was once this orderly space is now just filled with different types of broken modrons and painted symbols of rebellion. Those that want to roll Arcana may.
Certainly. Let's see.
Might as well.
3 plus 10. 13.
13?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sentry,
That's not what I
no.
expected.
Yeah. You guys are rolling great here.
You got a -3 to Arcana. Holy
That's
shit!
beautiful.
Yeah, Sentry has a
Yeah.
-3 intelligence. You don't really
gotta-
program war robots with a lot of good memories.
No.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I can't really tell what's going on here, but you have Endevar. She's over this map, and she's like, our plan here is to have Sentry lead you guys off towards where the portal is, which is just outside of the camp. From there, we will lead our forces around the back, attack from the other side of the camp, as furthest away from the portals to draw everybody away. You guys take out what would be Blue Streak, and I just said his name, and now I forgot.
Welter virus?
And Welker.
Walter.
And you
Welker,
take out
sorry.
those two, keep them preoccupied, and we should be able to handle our business on that side. You guys good with that?
I mean, sounds simple enough. Shouldn't have
Yeah,
too
I
many
guess.
complications.
Yeah, could we get some of that breakfast first before we head out, though?
Yes, we will not leave until everybody's ready.
We get a quick cup of coffee and then we can continue on our way and crack some heads.
Yes,
Statement. I do not require assistance.
we know that, Sentry. You can join us towards where...
You can just rub it against your face if you want to feel like you're part of the situation.
Answer. No.
All right, you do you. I can't read him.
In the mess hall, there is this elven woman in leather armor. She has silver hair, these green eyes, and she's starting to spoon this mush, seems like oatmeal. And next to her is this dwarf. He's got this thick beard. He's got these goggles perched on top of his head. He's got this makeshift armor of different types of metals and just stitched together. And he's got this pretty much a hammer on his back as he's eating what seems to be liquid diet of beer.
And that's a hearty breakfast.
Oh, come join us. You are the adventurers we've been hearing about the whole time. How are you?
Oh, doing good. How are y'all? You getting ready?
Yes, we are. I'm Torap, and this is Ellie. And your name?
I'm Twig.
Yeah, Twig. That suits you. And you? He looks over at you, Shelton.
Shelton. Armor's a little slapdash there, it seems.
Yeah,
Like use some improvement.
use what you can around here.
You could use it a little better.
What are you saying? That's pretty fancy armor you got there.
Well, it takes a certain level of skill and effort to procure and perfect battlefield technologies as I have. There's quite a good LLC we have up over in Sigil. You should give it a check out sometime, and I hand him a business card.
He looks at it, and Ellie kind of laughs a little bit, chuckles, and she stands up. She's like, well, I'm done here. And she moves off.
Business opportunity somewhere else.
Yeah. He puts the card in his pocket, and he's like, so, you guys gonna help us or what?
Yeah, let's eat breakfast and head out. I'm raring to go.
If you got any gold, I can try to take a look at your armor right now, but again, my supplies are limited, but I can definitely improve it.
Gold? How much you talking about?
Depends on how much work I can get done here. How much time I get? I'd say at least 10 pieces.
Gonna give him a roll here. 9. He's like, don't have much time, but here you go. And he flicks you a gold piece.
Gold?
Yeah, just take a look. What can you,
all right.
if you could do, just give it a once over.
All right,
and he stands up, he kind of pirouettes a little bit.
Just me take about like a measuring tape and just a series of calipers and what I got here? I got like what do you want me to roll?
Investigation. Give me an investigation.
Okay, so that was a good one. That was a 19.
Ooh, a 19.
Plus 10.
Okay.
So that'd be a 29. What can I work with here? Just sort of like make it a little more cohesive. It's not gonna be perfect.
So it's stitched together. Some of these metals don't really form in good fitting pieces. There's some gaps that could be welded together better.
I take a quick little once over, then just sort of rearrange some of those plates in order to more form, not form fitting, but more form suitable.
Okay.
Because again, it's still a bunch of scrap metal as you've established here, sort of sewn together. But between that and then myself just sort of taking a couple pair of shears to some of it and then using mending to quickly adjust it together, right. It should hopefully look it looks a little better now.
Yeah, give me a D100.
4. Great.
So he looks at it and he's like, it really only gave it 4% better than what it was. So
it was only a gold, so yeah.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, not bad. Thank you. You ready to head out?
Yep. Yeah, that should do it for as much value as a gold gives me.
You guys are kind of forming a group towards where this elevator goes up. It can only fit like 5 people at a time. And so slowly the group begins to get smaller and smaller until it's your group. And you make your way up this elevator and it opens.
We see the dwarf or the elf coming behind us. I'm just hitting the door close button as fast as I can so they can't get on with us. It's gonna be awkward.
Twig doesn't quite catch on, and so he's like, "Oh, are you hitting the door open button for him? That's nice of you."
No. Like, no.
Come on, guys. And he's like waving as the door is closing.
And I'm like, wow, Shelton, I didn't expect you to be so nice to these people, considering what I know of you. You've really grown as a person. You've really grown as a person, Shelton. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. As a hero to our people, it does mean a lot, but inaccurate.
I'm sure you're just being modest.
Have you ever known me to be honest?
Not at all. During all this, I just have my arm just in front of the door so it can't close.
You guys are always busting my balls.
It opens up to where there's camouflaged wall of gears that hid the hideout's entrance. As the gears open up, it reveals this sprawling landscape of the gears of Mechanus. And where you're at in Mechanus, it's a wooded landscape all around you. There are probably around 50 people kind of checking out their weapons, making sure all of their armor is on correctly. They're helping each other out. All of a sudden, Endeavor says, "Everybody, get ready. Let's get ready to go. Line up. Let's go." And they begin a slow march down this pathway, which is heading downhill. There are some sentries up ahead, scouting ahead, and you get about an hour of walking before the path splits in two. And Jamal says, up to you, Sentries. You know, this might be the last time we say goodbye to each other. Make sure you take these guys all the way to the portal. You take care of yourself, Sentry.
Statement, I will, and I wish to thank you for all the help you have given me, and I hope this is not the last time we see each other.
It won't.
Shelton starts yelling from the background, kiss, 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 kiss.
Jamal,
Greg very calm. Greg very
raises an
calmly just
eyebrow.
covers his mouth.
Nice.
Observation, it is quite hard to have an emotional moment with him around, but I believe it will be quite interesting traveling with him, and
Yes, I'm glad he's going with you. And he's
And not with us, he thinks to himself.
he pulls this necklace over his head and it's got a wolf tooth on it, and he goes, "This is for you, Sentry. Take good care of yourself, and this was given to me by my great-grandfather. And you've taught me a little bit about constructs. I never trusted them before. I always thought they were, no offense, total assholes. But you've given me another perspective I never thought I'd have. So, here, this is for you."
Sentry kind of slowly holds out his hand and then gently takes the wolf-fang necklace. And then everyone hears a lot of whirring and clinking of gears, and his chest plate will open, and inside that chest plate is just a small, like about, let's say a 6 foot in total wide circle in his chest with a glowing red crystal, and he will place it and inside that crystal. It's kind of his hands go through it, and then it'll close back up.
That's awesome. So this necklace will grant you the spell Fortune's Favor once per long rest.
We did long rest there just to make sure I hit the button.
Long
but I
rest.
think that's
Yep,
cool.
you did.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Okay. And he says, "Good luck to you. Hopefully we'll kill these fuckers." He turns around and starts heading in the opposite direction.
Yeah, Sentry will salute his return, his slowly going away back. Then we'll turn to the rest of the group. Commentary. It is best to get a show on the road then, yes?
Let's go. Wait. And Twig looks into his pouch and makes sure that the pine cone's there.
Yep, still there.
Okay, we're good. Let's get moving, Sentry.
Sentry will turn and begin towards the down the other path.
Okay.
Towards the camp. Towards the evil septum Blue Streak and Welker.
And as you guys head off, we're going to join our other group in the Cogflower Meadow. These are similar to the flowers you had before, but they're a little bit taller, probably waist high. The petals resemble miniature gears that rotate and click periodically. There is a rivulet stream where is a stream of liquid metal with these rivulets all around floating, and down and right past that wind in a perfectly shaped pathway. Every curve is, what is that mathematical
Fibonacci.
equation? Yeah, that perfectly patterned as it goes by. What are you guys doing?
Ulfir, what would you like to do?
Oh, we're trekking through, man. We're going.
Yeah, no, we're definitely trekking through.
We're booking it. I don't got time for flowers.
Okay. Okay, so you
Every single time I try and stop to look at one, I'll just no, we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll like stop. I'll wait for you. I'll roll my eyes, be like, this bitch. But yeah,
Tap at her
you check out your flowers. It's cool. We got time, I guess.
Make our way through the meadow.
Sure. Why don't both of you roll me a perception, please?
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
15.
Okay, not too bad. So Wolf sees it first. It is something floating right above the tree lines, just past this meadow, cresting over this tree, flying. It's got a bow and an arrow, and it was that Modron that you saw earlier.
Fucking thing chasing us.
Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord. May the cauldron boil me.
Well, this is stupid. Can we talk to it, or are we just like, no?
I think this thing attacked us, didn't it?
I'll give you one surprise round. So in my surprise round, you get
There you go,
one
for it.
action before we roll for initiative.
Do I just like hold monster it and then we just beat the fuck out of it?
Yeah.
I think that's what we're gonna do. Can I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna
do
cast
I need?
a DC of 18 Wisdom.
Okay. Well, I got a +0 here, so let's go.
Great.
A 16. Okay. So it flies over and describe. What did you just do?
Cassandra lifts her hand, Black Glove and all, and it seems that any of the shadows that were nearby almost gather under her command, and they shoot forward and they grab this thing, and it's paralyzed.
Yeah. And it's sort of like, is it paralyzed? Can it like struggle? I'm gonna flavor it. Yeah, it's struggling a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's fighting against these tendrils of inky
Yeah.
black shadow that are trying to even like seep into it.
Now we can roll for initiative. Cass, you're up. What do you want to do?
I think this is a concentrate spell, so I don't think I can actually do anything to it. I will move up to it, and I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Okay, go ahead.
That is definitely not gonna hit.
Okay.
Good
Good advantage though. It is hold monster.
Yeah, it's
right.
paralyzed, so good advantage.
Well, does that affect like ranged attacks?
yes.
Yeah.
Because they cannot move. They cannot dodge out of the way because they're stuck.
Okay.
Did you really just roll on the same number?
13 and 13. Nice.
I'm gonna be so mad.
Well,
Can't do
how
much
many
with that.
casts of Eldritch Blast
I'm
do you have?
focusing really hard right
Yeah,
now. Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like a cauldron boil me. This is she'll move her full 35
Yep.
feet of movement towards it.
Now it's probably about 15 feet into the air, but you're almost under it right now.
Okay, I will stand 10 feet away from where it might land
Okay.
or
got
fall
it.
or whatever.
Got it. Yep.
You have 2 more Eldritch Blasts. But
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, I do. Sorry, I haven't ever actually played a warlock before, so.
So
I'm
both of
usually-
these you get to do with advantage.
Yeah. So you have like another 4 rolls to
Here it goes.
potential blast.
13, 13.
If you didn't know, you can
no,
right.
oh my god, one of
on
them
your...
is a 3 though. One of them is a 3.
Oh no.
So 28.
Yeah, that'll do it. So what do you got?
And I also have a invocation on my Eldritch Blast that it will repel it 10 feet.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna bully it.
Can you repel something that you're holding? Yes.
So, hold monster is freezing their muscles in place to not move anything. You can still
Got
move
you.
them around.
Sweet. Thank you.
Oh my god, this is just gonna be fucking okay. Yep,
So how much damage?
9. So that's a 14 in total.
Okay.
Yeah.
You really blast the thing.
Hold on. You held monstered it, right?
Yeah.
Which means it's paralyzed, so it crits.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
It automatically crits because it's paralyzed.
So
Roll another d10.
all right.
Well, I rolled the least amount of damage for that one, but
6. That's enough. What do you?
and then okay,
that's
so
it.
it's dead.
Yeah. This
Okay,
thing's tiny.
so as with one hand, she is kind of palm upwards, fingers curling in as you watch the black tendrils are still kind of crushing into this thing. And she reaches her other hand out, and again, the shadows kind of beckon to her call, suck towards her, around her. They crawl over her arm, and they shoot directly into this thing as a dark beam of energy just snipes it out of the sky.
That's awesome. And this thing
And pushes it 10 feet.
Yeah, 10 feet. And it breaks into a little million like Rubik's Cube blocks that fall to the ground. And as it hits the ground, they bounce once or twice and then turn to dust in the ground.
I will turn back around to Wolfira. I figured since you've been doing most of the fighting, I would handle this one.
But I didn't even shoot a shot. What a drag. So nothing's salvageable. It all deteriorated
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yep. It's part of, which I found fascinating about Modrons. When they die, they disintegrate, and then a new one that is below its rank gets promoted. And then Primus makes a new lowest Modron. So it's always equal.
So
Nothing-
literally, they're always waiting for their higher-ups and bosses to just kick the dust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's working in an office job.
Oh
Sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cubicles.
Yeah,
Oh.
and there's a random chance every day that Sentry just turns into a different creature. It's crazy.
You're what's called a rogue Modron.
Rogue
Are
Drone?
you like
Broke
even with it,
free
like?
from Prime.
Are you still part of the cycle? I think that's what. Yeah.
So you guys in the Cog Meadow, this
Yep.
sentry kind of, no, sorry, sentry, this little archer crested, you
Scout.
disintegrated it. And
Yep.
what do you guys want to do now?
I will put my little parasol on my shoulder, and I will wait for Wolfirit, and we will continue through the meadows.
Yeah, let's keep moving. I wish you could study it, but it's okay.
Well, next time you'll capture it.
And you guys make your way through this pathway, and now these small little pine trees get to be bigger and bigger, and now you're in a wooded area as well. And why don't we have a perception off here with everybody from both groups?
Oh, great.
I want to see who
Solid
has.
plus
Fail
one.
this immediately. No, it's gonna be Wolfira. My girl over here.
Let's see. Let's see. I want to see who sees the other.
Yeah.
I got a solid 12.
Oh, Nash.
I got
a
a
29, a 1, a 12, a 3. Oh, Farah.
Wow, I think our party isn't really the best. Oh, no. You guys you both wrote higher than... Oh, no,
Okay.
Sheldon got a 12.
I got a solid 12.
12.
Yeah. So, what were each of your party doing that was making so much noise that it was very easy for Wolfera to see you?
I think
Sheldon's just making fun of Sentry still.
Yeah, I think
Having a hard
we're
moment.
just all talking. We just aren't being quiet. We're just talking to each other, so we're just very noisy. You could easily...
So that
Yeah,
soul
Twig-
gem of yours, is there a chance I could take a peek at it?
Twig shows the pine cone to Jurgen.
Oh Jesus! Fuck! Keep that thing away from me. What? No!
No, he's just a nice little guy.
Wait, what's he
I
showing you?
don't believe that. He's showing
What's
me.
he showing you?
It's just this pine cone.
Can I see what it's made of?
No, don't touch it.
No.
Yeah, so I think
mean-
you guys see us bickering with each other.
Yeah. And while they're bickering, what are you guys doing?
We're staring at them bickering.
Just
I'll,
are you
like,
in the middle of the
shoot them at-
pathway? Are you? Wolfera. Actually, it's Wolfera.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I would like to think I'm lurking somewhere.
Yeah, totally.
Um,
Describe.
Had I seen them, I would have sent a message to Cass and just been like, "There's a party at I don't know whatever o'clock that they're at 4 o'clock."
I'll kind of turn over to face 4 o'clock. I get it wrong the first time, and I'm facing 8 o'clock, and then you tell me to turn around.
Yeah.
You're on a moving gear. It's pretty tough.
To look at Wolfira, and I should kind of scoot a little closer. Do you think we should talk to them, or?
As you see the acorn is being like shoved in my face, and I'm just freaking out like a
Cone.
wee
I
little
gotta
child,
ask,
and I'm just
how
slapping it away.
cute is the pine cone?
It's kind of like a centipede with these like 6 legs on this pine cone.
Okay, so not cute. Cool. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's kind of cute if you like beetles.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Cute and gross. Yeah. Okay.
Fucking straight up. No.
Don't hate on Coney, our new mascot that we just had for all of 10 minutes, and we will never deal with anything without him again.
I'm hating on Coney the acorn.
Coney 2012.
Yo, I was
not
about to
again.
say, I don't think we could use Coney as a mascot name, guys.
What do you mean? It's only a little child soldiery.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm saying I could improve your armor, Sentry. Like, if you just let me just maybe take a couple looks at you. I have these calipers here, and I could do some extra work on your rivets, because you are sometimes a little battle-worn.
Correction. My armor is perfect, and I am in optimal condition. I do not need fixing.
Agree to
That's the
disagree.
spirit sentry. Oh, should we be trying to do this quietly? We don't want to be like yelling, do we?
Oh yeah, we are kind of hunting for people to kill.
Yeah, as they say that, they're walking right past you.
We're hunting. What the hell were their names again?
I like.
There's two of them, right?
Like
Cassandra is
Bluey
totally
and
side-eyeing them, like fan in front of her face, and she's like talking shit to Wolfira.
like it's Bluey and like septic tank or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Advisement before we get to the construct camps, perhaps it is better to be quiet. If we are to gain the surprise on them and have the resistance to be helping us, we need to. And they are helping us with distraction. We should try to mess
Sheldon's
with the
gonna
element
gesture at his
surprise.
bunch of armor. This isn't exactly silent.
Let me know when we get closer, and I can help us out.
What do you mean?
I have to agree with the gentleman. You're not exactly, like, quiet.
Chilton immediately turns to wherever the sound is and aims a fucking spell already. What the hell was that?
That's called a woman. I wouldn't expect you to.
Sorry. Kerrigan, as much as love and respect I have for you as hero of the gnomes.
Twig just immediately goes for a fist bump with Kerrigan.
Yeah, I fist bump Twig.
So do I
Hey
blast
there.
or do I not blast?
Don't blast yet.
Hey, are you guys
hey
with the
there.
Doom Guard?
What in
who?
Big Bolton's Royal
By the-
Doom Guard?
And
By the-
yeah,
I'd like to make something very clear. Sentry, who is like a big, kind of 7-foot tall suit of armor, has a massive orange banner with "Down with Doomsguard" written in
Yeah,
red on
maybe
it.
we should go around and like actually describe what everyone looks like, because I have no idea
Oh,
what you
yeah.
guys actually
Oh,
look
that's
like.
fair.
Yeah, I was about to suggest the same thing, honestly.
That's true.
I was
All right,
thinking about it for a while.
I
I
also
guess-
had like a small
Yeah, Sentry, go ahead.
So Sentry's like a hulking creature made of like iron. Some of it's rusted, some of it's a little faded and worn. They stand about 7 feet tall, vaguely humanoid shape. In their hands, they've been kind of holding it at their shoulder, and dragging it behind them is a massive sword. Think of the Breath of the Wild Goron swords, or like the Cloud sword from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Its blade is actually just a massive blunted, like 5-inch wide long, just blunt edge dripping with blue icicles. And yeah, jutting over his head, kind of attached with metal spikes on his back, is just a banner jutting out another 3 feet, saying "Down with Doomsguard" in like bright red. Looks like it was painted on, not written on it.
Fair enough.
And Shelton?
Yeah, you see Shelton. He is a 3.5 foot tall gnome, closer to 3 foot than the half foot. It might just be his boots that give him that extra couple inches there, but more like platforms. And he is just covered head to toe in this series of very intricate and a series of armor, covered with glowing, not covered with glowing runes, but a couple glowing runes on here and there, some crystals poking out of it, and a series of ley lines of magic, sort of intricately wiring the armor itself. He's sort of like a miniature, more asshole version of Tony Stark, if you can imagine that. And that's pretty accurate there, just overall.
Kiergan?
So Kurgan is he's a tall, buff tiefling with sort of icy blue skin. The main thing that you'll notice about him is that strapped to his back is like a collection of many swords. Imagine like the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones, and it's just like, it's as if he's carrying that around with him everywhere. He basically has a sword for every single occasion, and it's all just there.
I cannot count how many times we've gone, "Kurgan, take out this sword that you have."
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a fucking X-ray sword. I've got like a giant, like a tiny little wooden sword that when I get angry turns into like a big sort of metal one made out of ice and fire. I've got like
my
so
God.
many fancy different types of swords. It's insane.
Yeah.
So if you ever go to like a neutral meeting place where you have to surrender your weapons, you're that guy that's like there for 10
Well,
minutes.
not everything,
Yeah.
yeah.
Twig.
Yeah, Twig is a little smaller than Kurgan, with this kind of bluish purplish skin. It's less like it's very colored, really. And he's wearing this mossy. It looks like the coverings that go over a suit of armor. He's wearing one of those, and it's covered in green and grass. And he's just carrying this axe beside him, just leaning on it, kind of just watching things go down with a big old smile on his face. This big red hair and beard, kind of just chilling.
And Wolfera?
Female half-elf. She's kind of got like some shaggy hair, I feel like, going on. Got the hood. Well, you can't really tell, I guess. So she normally wears her hood, so she'd be wearing her hood over her hair. She's got some pauldron on one shoulder. She's got a bow and arrow with the quiver going on. Yeah, she's got like piercing eyes. I feel like you would definitely notice. Hence the perception. Yeah, she's like your rogue. Typical rogue.
what do you guys want to do here?
Kirby, who are you two?
Well, a better question I feel like is who are you being so loud in the forest? Talking about how you have to be quiet.
Answer, we are members of the Resistance. We are to destroy noteworthy constructs on the other side, Septum and Blue Streak. Have you heard of them?
Actually, we aren't. We, and I point to the other two of us, are not part of the Resistance. But we've sort of temporarily allied due to mutual interest, as well as a general sense of do-goodiness.
Yeah, what's Cassandra?
What are we staring at here? Or am I pointing a bunch of arcane energy at?
So what you see before you appears to be an elven woman in a very long dress of like fine wine-colored fabrics and a very dark furred shawl that's tucked into the crook of her arms. She has long black gloves. In one hand, she's holding a parasol, the other, a fan. There's very intricate embroidery on her corset, her skirts, everything. She's very long, thick, curly, scarlet, well taken care of hair. And she's kind of exactly what you think of when you picture an aristocratic woman. She's like a porcelain doll. She's carefully dressed and groomed. And she's so out of, like, place here. Like, it's odd.
What type of wine colored? Is it white wine? Red wine?
Red wine.
Rosé? I just gotta ask. Could be either.
It's red just like her eyes. And that's kind of where it's strange. Because the more you look into her eyes, it's beautiful, but it's unnerving. It's like a tingle down your spine that something feels wrong.
I armed the second arcane blaster.
So, what brings you to this neck of the woods?
I look at Wolfear.
Oh, I'm here for you, lady.
I'm looking for information on finding a certain person. I don't really know what this Doom Guard is that you speak of. We're not from here.
Are you trying to find Twig? Because that's me.
No.
I do not think it is you, my friend.
Oh,
Are you
They're all-
trying to find this person to kill them? Because if that's the case, then it's Shelton.
Hey! Accurate,
Not kill,
but still hurtful.
not to kill. Just simply to ask some questions.
Well, ask away.
But you're not who we're looking for.
Oh, okay. Well, I was confused.
is it the Great Kurgan of the Billenex crew?
Yeah, I
Because
mean-
that's him right there
Legendary hero, saved a bunch of people.
with
Just
the
has no
lot of
idea who you
swords.
are.
with the swords.
Absolutely no recognition goes across her face.
Now? Okay.
Oh, don't worry, Kurgan, you're famous to us.
I'm actually grateful that I'm not famous to these
For
these
once.
people because, like, I turn to these strangers again. You have no idea how many goddamn prophecies people they look at me and like, oh, that's the child of destiny, or it's
The Destiny's Child.
Yeah, it's just, I just want it to be done with, honestly. Like, there's so many different groups that owe me, like, fealty or revere me just because I show up.
Sheldon gives him a thumbs up.
Commentary. No one in the Resistance believes that. I believe it would make you feel better to know that. Apologies.
It does, thank you. I appreciate it.
There's like a small stifled snicker behind the fan that she has. She's only staring at you like with her eyes peering above it, but she's great at masking that she's not totally laughing.
Query, ma'am, do you wish to be out of this area, this plane?
Well, I'm not sure that would help for what I'm looking for.
Query, who are you looking for?
Someone who knows something about a very rare set of items.
Well, if you're dealing with items here, that might happen to be my specialty here. When it comes to magical items, cracks knuckles.
I feel like he just walked up like snapping his suspenders.
Essentially, yes. Don't mind if I do. What are you looking for? Probably hold giant strength, bag of holding. What do you got? All
Are you
sorts of
looking
things.
for my axe? And Twig just holds up his like very normal mundane axe that just has like plants on it.
No. It is,
We used to have a folding boat. Don't ask what happened to it.
I kneel down and I just sort of pat Shelton on the shoulder. I'm like, it'll be okay. It'll be all right.
Pussy wagon's always gonna be in my heart.
I give a side glance to Wolfira to see if, like, do you think these guys are trustworthy that we talk about this? Or do you think, like, we lie?
You give me
No,
insight. You can roll me insight, guys.
Can we roll deception?
Of course. Or you can hide it.
I'm good on either.
Let me see. What do I got?
Ooh.
That is a...
Got 11.
That one. Great.
Nat 1.
That one.
Yeah.
15.
All right.
That's good.
15. So you're reading that it's a ragtag group of a lot of different people, but they seem to, you guys are level 14, so you've been adventuring for a very long time to be where you're at. You're like the creme de la creme of adventurers right now. So these guys are your typical adventurers that you've seen throughout many of your adventures.
They're well-seasoned adventurers, okay.
Well seasoned.
Yeah, spill the beans.
Okay. We are looking for a series of cogs.
Cogs?
Yes.
Like the
they're-
gears.
Yes, they're special, though. They will make up a very, very important item to me. That would be called the Everwatch.
Can I roll a history check for that?
Sure. You can roll me a history with disadvantage, please.
Disadvantage.
Looking
Okay.
for a 19.
Can I roll a flat history check to see if I get a natural 20?
Yeah.
Because I'm from here.
Go ahead. 20. Let's see what you got.
Is a 6. Roll number 2 is a 9. So 6 plus history would be plus 10, but I have double that proficiency, so that'd be 50 plus 15. So that'd be 21. Fuck it, I'll use a flash of genius to add an extra 5 to that. So that gets me to 26.
Damn you guys.
Smart.
Damn you guys.
I'm an artificer! Magic items are what I do!
I know.
Anyone can
I
roll
gotta
a
set
6
these
and
DC
manage to know
higher.
that.
Jesus Christ. So you know that Everwatch is a place that Helm, which is a god in the Outer Realms, a god of law, lived in. Now, you're not sure if it's set in Mechanus. You've heard different rumors that he might have had a kingdom here in Mechanus, but you're not quite sure. This is as much as I will give you.
Well, given the history of the Everwatch there's a chance it's within this location, but dealing with outer gods and their mechanical items and contraptions, it's always a bit of a crapshoot, so to say. A legendary artifact like that, there's still a chance. If you want, you can travel with us. We're out to go take out a construct and I'm gonna whisper Doom Guard so Sentry doesn't hear, so his ears don't perk up like a dog. And we're gonna go take care of G-O-O-M. I'm not spelling the
looking at
rest.
his banner. He's looking at his banner to spell
Yeah,
it
he's
out.
looking at his banner, but we cut over to Sentry's POV and he looks up at his banner and the letters start going everywhere because he didn't paint it. He only knows binary.
Yeah, you can't read. I mean, hey, we can always get an extra pair of hands, and that sort of works out for us here. Once we take care of them, I believe we're on our way. We're sort of circumventing the outer planes here in order to get to, what was his name, Balls?
Balls.
I mean, that sounds correct enough.
Baitor.
Yeah, we're going to.
Baitor.
Ah, that's it. Yeah.
That Master
smart.
Baitor.
Oh
And
my God. Who brought this?
I mean, you set me up with that one. We're originally just gonna kill not Avernus.
Hey,
Zariel.
this isn't a one
Zariel.
shot here.
Yeah. So we're sort of circumventing the outer planes in order to get a, well, maybe I shouldn't tell everything yet, huh? As I look back at the rest of the group.
I think you've gotten through
What's
all the
everything?
Oh, you know, this, that,
Mm.
and the stuff in
Riveting.
between this and that. The
Advisement.
riveting is the metal that's in the flaps.
Yes. The most important part is that we're going to a portal that's held by the Doom Guard, and we could use some help if you're up for it.
Suggestion. C'est the Septum and the Welker who we are there to kill. Have a camp with is a base of knowledge. Perhaps there's someone there who might know where this Everwatch is. Was these skis that makes it cogs that makes this Everwatch is.
I look to Wolfira to see if she confirms.
So we scratch your back, you scratch ours. That's where we're at.
In layman's terms, yes. Here, I can draw up a contract real quick if you're
And-
interested.
We don't. And if you need a back scratch, let us know.
I will always take a back scratch. But no, I'll take your word.
Works for me. It seems I have benefits.
I'd prefer to get it in writing if you don't mind me. He starts typing out a series of long parchment.
Advisement, in case any of us fall in the coming battle, I can bring you back from the jaws of death once. So, and that's once for everyone, not once per person. So do your best to avoid dying.
I was well ahead of you on that.
I can help out too, but yeah, that's a good question. What are you two good at? Unless you'd like to keep it a surprise for the fight.
Let's keep it a surprise.
Yeah, surprise.
Well, just know it's the general long range or close range.
Long, very long.
Okay, mid range. Okay.
Okay, well,
myself.
welcome to the crew. Let's keep walking. We got a long march ahead, I think.
Yeah, the longer we take, the more that army pushes on our poor friends and family that are getting slaughtered right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no,
We should get going.
seems
We really
very-
should get moving.
Meanwhile, at the camp, there's just an onslaught of death and destruction as they're waiting.
Fire
for-
burning.
Explanation,
Fine.
apparently there are armies that are dying while we do this, so time is of the essence.
Well, one of them's a group of Warforged, so they're not really alive, so...
Okay. All right.
Oh.
No offense, Sentry.
Grace is
Expletive.
out.
Shelton, you may go fuck yourself.
Beautiful.
Fair enough.
Yeah, give me a marching order. Who's going first?
Sentry will be first unless anyone else is clamored for the lead. He's the one leading anyways.
Yeah.
He knows where the camp is, so he has to take everyone there.
Okay.
Twiggle will be behind him, helping just make sure we stay on the right paths.
All
I will
right.
probably stay next to wherever Wolfira picks.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, well, here's
Stay in
my
your
answer.
bodyguard.
I was like, I'll be like towards the front, but like off to the side. That way, I'm like
That's a perception.
sneaking. Yeah, I'm like stealthy.
You can just, it's fine. I can just go find somewhere else.
You can hang with me.
You can hang under the tree in which I'm perched in. That's fine. Just don't give me away or I'll kill you.
I will be next to whoever looks like they will take a hit.
Yeah, what
Well, I'm
about
a
the guy with,
barbarian. I'm
the guy with all the
big
swords?
boy.
What about him?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay next to the guy with all the swords.
Yeah.
So you said you looked like an elf, did you? Your character?
Yeah, I appear to be an elf.
All right. Well, as we're walking along, I guess I start speaking to you in Elvish, and I say, "So, how do you fight?"
Don't you want to keep it a surprise?
I mean, not really. It would be pretty helpful to know.
Well, truth be told, most of my talents lie in the attack of the words. But I do have a few tricks, magic.
Okay, all right. That's cool. I just gesture to the swords, and I like almost stab in front of me without anything in my hand. I just do that pretty much.
And how did you get into that?
Oh, well, I was born in like a village in like a really, really cold place. Everyone there was human, but I was a tiefling for some reason. So I was kind of like kept on my own. I like looked after the herd animals and stuff, and whenever like wolves or bears or whatever came by, I just, stuck them with a sword until people came to help.
Seems like a very useful position to have in the village.
Yeah.
I'd be very grateful for someone keeping track of the livestock and making sure they didn't perish. Especially in cold climates. Starvation would be imminent without them.
It really would.
Sentry and Wolfera, roll me a perception, please.
Of course.
And whenever we get to about 30 minutes or so away, Twig is going to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Got
Just
it.
it.
Yeah.
Is
Not
that
quite there.
before? Okay, then.
Not
Yeah,
quite there.
Sentry
I'll
will
let
also
you-
do something at that time.
Yeah, I'll let you know. All right.
A 7.
Big
Yeah.
numbers.
Hey, I have to counter the last person.
Oh,
This
God.
is my second character. My monk had a plus 13, so listen, I was the perceptive person. I'm now allowed to take a break.
Yeah. Being out of the woods, you see Wolfera this, and it turns immediately to face you guys, puts his sword up, raising up high into this air, and starts running in your direction.
Look, who's in the front again? Sentry. I would shoot you a message and tell you something's headed our way, has a sword.
All right, and I will give you a free action here, Wolfera.
I feel like none of my things work for this. I would just shoot it.
Go for
Wait,
it.
hold on. Yeah, no, my stuff's like utility. Okay, I will shoot you, hopefully. Yeah, 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Woo!
Great. I think I just clicked this.
Oh.
17 points of
It'll-
damage.
Yeah, it runs up. It's not screaming, but it looks like, oh my gosh, this thing's going to attack us. And it only had 5 hit points. So what did you do here?
I shot it in its eyeball.
Yeah, and as soon as you do, again, million cubes splatter onto the ground and then dust.
Great. I send you another massive sentry, and I say I took it out.
Statesman, thank you.
It's eerily quiet, and all of a sudden, 2 more march out and start running in your direction. And we shall not roll for initiative. We'll let, actually, yeah, all of you guys can decide who's next in the century. You can go.
I think Sentry will, he kind of, his sword has been dragging over his shoulder. He lugs it forward and grabs one hand by the blade, or grabs the blade with one hand and the hilt with another, and shoves the sword in like 3 quick shoves, but like only like a few inches out.
Okay.
And 3 eldritch blasts shoot out of the edge of the blade.
Go for it.
16 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
5 damage.
That's all it takes. So 1. What else?
Natural 20 on the second one.
Dead.
And then 10 points of damage on that one as just splatter just immediately into cubes as they start running up.
Yep. And now 3 appear out of the woods and start running towards you. And who would be behind you, Sentry?
That'd be Curate or Twig, right?
Yeah,
I think
Twig's
that
dead.
was me.
Okay, Twig.
And how far out are all of them?
30 feet.
Okay. So Twig will, you just noticed that he was right beside you a second ago, and now he's all the way up in the front. And I will just swing my axe at one of them.
Go for it.
But that's just an 11 to hit.
Yeah. So miss right above.
Yeah, so swing and a miss.
Yep.
So I'll swing again,
Okay.
and that's a 25.
That hits.
And that is 8 damage.
Okay.
So one of them
Yep.
just
one-
knocks the head off, you know?
Yep. And 2
then,
left.
yeah, and so then I will just try to, like jump up and kick both of them.
Yeah.
And I will do Flurry of Blows.
Whoa! I remember that.
16.
That hits.
All right, so one of them is a goner.
Yep.
And then 24.
That hits.
I mean, it's at minimum 5 damage, 12 damage. So yeah, just walk in, flame with the axe, and then like split kick, jump, kick them both. And then with the rest of my movement, I will just run back to right where I was.
Okay. And
Ooh,
4
I bet
more.
there's more of them out there.
4 more appear.
Speaking of,
And who's behind Twig?
I think we said would have been maybe me, and if I'm there, it would also be Cassandra, because
Okay.
we were
You
talking and
guys
standing next to each
can
other.
go at the same time. What do you guys want to do?
Great. I think I'm going to rage, and everyone nearby me within 10 feet is going to get 4 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Sweet. Woo!
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Icy flakes form on everyone, covering us in icicles, protecting us.
Nice.
I mean, yeah, that's how it does, yes.
All right.
God dang it, I don't have heating installed.
It's like icicles from his nose.
Yeah, you just hear Knight's internal thing just start whirring more. Just
Oh yeah.
as it activate the internal heating.
I'm gonna draw my ancestral rune blade,
Yep.
and I'm going to just do some basic attacks. I'm gonna go
Go for it.
walk up to or run up to the closest one of these things and
Yep.
just try and gut it.
Go for it.
First attack. That is a
That hits.
29 to hit. So with that, I am going to do the D10. So
Okay.
that's 1d10 plus 5 slashing. That's 11 slashing
Okay.
plus
Yep.
however
Take one
many
out.
from my rage. My next attack is going to go to the next one. There's 4 of them, right?
Yep. 3 now.
That's only a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Damn, I was
It
trying
blocks
to...
it. It blocks your sword with like its little twig sword.
I was trying to impress the, yeah.
Ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
The
So I
Modron
did.
to the right has this long hair, and this Modron's trying to impress too.
Trying to impress the Modron ladies.
Yeah.
He's with female Modron. All right.
Yep.
So with this one with the fancy hair, I'm like, clearly this must be a very powerful foe for it to be able to block my attack. And I just look from side to side, hoping that
You're nailing it, Kerrigan! Thumbs up.
Yeah, I am. And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay, Cassandra, you're up.
I will kind of snap the little fan closed, and then I'm going to point at the nearest Motron, and again, Eldritch Blast all of the shadows, and they kind of whisper, they gather towards her again, and this is the first time you all have seen this. It's kind of creepy as fuck, and she will fire her first Eldritch Blast at the nearest one.
Okay.
I just shoot ice. She evil. She evil looking.
Deal.
Yep, and she likes to pick flowers.
That hits.
Well, bam.
8. Yup. So you hit this Modron, and the wig flies off in the direction, and a million little cubes, and that one Modron looks over and sneers, and it's really mad.
I point the fan at that one.
No witnesses.
I fire again.
Do it.
Primus must make more.
That hits. It's all good. 9. So, describe. What happened here?
So again, like, she's just shooting like a dark beam of energies and shadows, and as soon as it makes contact, whatever it is will blacken, and these like kind of tendrils curl around it, and it's just essentially like crushing it into nothing.
Beautiful. 1 is left.
I fire my last one.
Go for it.
Get him.
Ooh, a natural 1.
Oh,
Let's see.
it cranes to the left.
Everybody in front
Jordan,
must
clench.
roll a dexterity check.
Cassandra,
Actually,
check or a
Cassandra.
It's a save. It's a save.
Do I get
Dex
advantage
save.
on this? Is it an effect that I can see while not
Sure.
blinded, deaf, and incapacitated?
Just a 10. Oh!
Oh, and that one.
And that 1 is a fail in my
Well,
game.
I can guess who this is gonna hit.
All right.
Yeah, Twig ran back, so
Yeah.
he's like right next.
Yeah.
So.
Twig, what did you do?
So Twig just ran back and was like kind of proud of himself, you know? And then he turns around to look at the Modrons and sees them disintegrating. And then he just feels this like blast on his back and he's just, oh, what was that?
You take, why don't you do the damage?
I was gonna say, do you want me to roll the damage?
Yeah, you gotta roll the damage.
I really. Oh.
Poor guy. We're trying to be friends.
14.
So cold, and not like ice. It just feels cold, and you swear to God, you hear whispers.
Ooh.
No.
Ugh.
Well, hey, could we not do that again? That'd be great.
Sorry.
It's
What the hell? Are you shooting Twig? What are you, fucking blind?
No, Shelton, it happens. It happens.
I'm not very used to this.
He ran into it, guys.
Yeah, that's my bad.
He's standing behind her. How did?
What really happened is that like she went to go cast third one, it didn't come out. She was like, okay, and then she like put her hand down, and it was just like she shot him in the foot.
That's hilarious.
Twig completely thinks it's his fault. He's like, oh, my bad, everybody. Hey, it's my bad. I ran into that one.
Sheldon's the only one in the far back who saw the whole thing happen. What the fuck is this?
I think
Oh,
you're
hey,
up,
wait, there's
Sheldon.
more of them.
I am so sorry.
There's one left.
Yeah, 1 left.
One left.
There's 1 left.
I shall blast it.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, fireball. Let's see. 15 plus 12. 27?
That hits.
Let's go.
Alright. 15 points of fire damage.
Oh, that destroys it.
That's not how you shoot something. This is how you shoot something.
So Twig gets knocked back 10 feet.
Oh, yeah. You can...
Yeah, I guess knock
I was
ass over
hoping-
tea kettle just in the back after doing his job.
I was hoping it would count as a projectile so I could grab it.
Sentry will kind of stands still, and you hear you hear a couple gears clinking in his chest, and then they stop. Then you hear a whole bunch of clicking, like rattling, clicking sounds in his head before boom. And I'm going to use Fortune's favor upon myself.
Ooh. Is this from that?
This is from the thing that he gave me.
Yeah,
Yes.
excellent.
So he is now fully absorbed that necklace into his soul gem.
You guys make your way closer to this campsite, and as you do, you may all roll me that beautiful stealth.
Remember, everyone, you get to add +10 to whatever you roll.
Yep.
It's not going to matter too much for me, but we'll try.
Oh my god, I rolled a nat 1. Wow.
Oh, that's a fail.
Fucking just tripped on his face.
I fell out of a tree, y'all.
With that +10, I got a total of 27.
Ooh.
I got an 8 plus 2 plus 10, so that's dirty 20.
Yeah, 30-20.
Oh god.
There are
That's
3.
23.
Yeah, so nat 1 for dirty 20, dirty 20, dirty 20, 23, 27, 29 is our stealth rolls.
Additionally, we're just about to enter into this area. I would create my Eldritch Cannon to have it at the ready.
You got it. And Wolfera, so let me set the scene for you. You guys are heading towards this campsite, and Sentry says, "Hey guys, we're approaching." So you guys kind of know there are these neat, identical rows of barracks. There's this fence line all the way around with these towers up above, and you've been noticing that there are these Modrons, sort of like the ones you were just fighting. So they don't look formidable, but there's a lot of them, and they're on each one of these towers. And there's a path that kind of goes all the way around. And there's a clearing about maybe 10 to 15 feet from the gate or the wall to where you guys are at. Everybody has been stealthing pretty good. Wolfera, what happened?
Man, I was cool in the tree, and, the tree wasn't happy with me. Thumb snapped, I fell.
Fell out of the tree.
Yep. Why don't you roll me a dexterity saving throw as you fall from the tree, and you can half this if you give me a 15.
Oh. I got a 20.
All right, so let's see, 2d6 for fall, so 3 damage as you plump on the ground, and I will give my Modron a perception.
My arm is broken.
Oh dear god.
It's just a sprain.
And 17. You guys see from this tower, one of these Modron points in a direction of where Wolfera fell. And now they are flying towards you guys.
Great. So would I see that it pointed to me?
Sure, yeah.
Great. I will... Oh, fuck. I don't know, who's in the front? I'll send a message to Cassandra, because we're homies.
What up?
And yeah, what's up, lady? Tell her I don't even know how many words I have. I don't think I'll make it. Spotted will make a distraction. And then I'm going to dart away from the group.
Okay.
I have 30 feet, so I'm going to head 30 feet in a different direction, I don't know, from the group.
Opposite direction. Okay. That one in the air starts following you. That is, I think, a perfect time to end this session.